Well, speaking of higher, Westpac posted an 84% rise in profits for the year. So the big four banks made a total of $21 billion. Westpac's statutory net profit was $6.3 billion, driven by a strong second half performance and a fall in bad debts. As for the bank's own mortgage rate, that remains on hold for now. Here's Simon Palin.
Another day, another big bank, another record profit.
And I'm pleased with our performance. This is a strong, high-quality result.
Westpac has unveiled a full-year profit after tax of $6.3 billion. That's up 84% on last year.
Overall, the result was very close to expectations. I think most of the analysts in the community had a fairly narrow band of expectations, and Westpac have been guiding towards that, and they delivered very comfortably.
The result is fuelled by higher cash earnings and vastly reduced impairment costs. And Westpac says its merger with St George is paying off.
From an operational point of view, all the key milestones have been achieved, all on time and within budget. On the benefit side, we're ahead, with expense synergies 28% higher than we had planned at this point.
Most parts of the business posted earnings increases. Westpac Institutional Bank was the standout performer. The retail and business banking division was the only loser.
The primary reason was a reduction in exception fees. These are the fees on dishonoured cheques, overdrawn accounts, late payments for credit cards, etc. There was also some impact from the higher interest costs they have in borrowing money to fund their lending growth.
Westpac is the last of the big four banks to report annual profits. The other three also impressed the market. The Commonwealth turned in $5.6 billion, ANZ posted a $4.5 billion profit, and the smallest of the big four, NAB, wasn't far behind.
Well, there's no doubt the Australian banking sector is very sound. The Australian banks are amongst the best capitalised in the world, and they've come through the GFC much better than banks overseas.
The combined net profit of Australia's big banks surged almost 50% this year to more than $21 billion. It comes at a delicate time for the big four. They're trying to convince the community that higher funding costs means they need to lift their interest rates by more than the Reserve Bank. After yesterday's surprise Reserve Bank rate hike, the Commonwealth Bank upped its standard variable mortgage rate by 4.5%, almost double the cash rate rise. Westpac says it's yet to make a decision.
We review rates all the time. Rates are always under review, and here we are today having not made a decision with rates under review. We will, over the course of the next period, assess all of the factors that need to be assessed to go into this important decision. We truly do understand the implications of this decision on the range of stakeholders that we have. I think what we need is some really, cool heads and some quiet conversation to actually better explain how the world has structurally changed and that it won't go back to where it was before.
The Treasurer has attacked the big banks, calling them arrogant over rising rates and fees.